Hey TikTok, hey YouTube. I gotta go into work for a little bit today. Y'all, why I I was watching Morning Joe, and they were talking about, the Texas Democrats that have fled so that they won't lose their seats when Hot Wheels Abbott gerrymanders it, and I did call him Hot Wheels. No apology. Point blank. Period. All gloves are off with him. He's a wicked man. Period. Okay? So don't come in and be like, no, I'm talking. Forget him. I'm gonna say the cuss word. But anyway, so so Joe, Morning Joe. So Joe wasn't the one that said it. It was actually darn, the one that used to do the way too early. I can't think of his name. But when they were talking about it, I still feel like they're trying to otherize. Stop. They're trying to otherize and make the MAGA seem like they're the same as the liberals, because they're like, they made it look like Governor Newsom and all of them, they're changing the rules and they're gonna gerrymander. It's in response to Texas. So once again, the Dems are still playing defense, but they just doing it back in the same way. See what I'm saying? And so now they're like trying to make it look like the Dems started this. No, MAGA started this, and MAGA voters started this, and the Dems that went along with it started this. Then I was watching this thing earlier, and they were saying that Stephen A. Smith had the audacity, the unmitigated gall because Michelle Obama said they argue all the time on ESPN like the housewives, and they do. Them men argue all the time. And so she said something about it. Stephen A. Smith had the nerve to say, well, your husband was trying to tell black men how to vote, and should have. Because if them black men would have voted for Kamala, our black kids wouldn't be going hungry now. So once again, it goes to show how the elitists don't have a clue, not a clue, of what's going on with normal, everyday America. Period. Then I saw that RFK Jr. has decided that he's going to cut $500 million in the vaccine program. 500 million. So my thing is, you're gonna cut that in the vaccine program, so our kids won't be able to get their vaccines. Health department is gonna be low on vaccines, while we are in the middle of still having a measles outbreak. We haven't had a problem with measles in over 30 years. But this Yahoo, this monkey, is gonna cut the vaccine program for poor kids that are in school. Make that make sense, because what MAGA always do is say they don't want to be involved. They don't want the federal government involved in their state stuff until it's something that benefits them, until it's something that they want. Then all of a sudden they want all the federal government involved. All of it. But yet and still, poor MAGA still haven't seen that these people don't give a damn about them. Be quiet. They don't care nothing about them. Period. Shoot, I was watching how they were talking about how they changing the narrative. If y'all watch, they're trying to rebrand Gazelle Maxwell. They're trying to rebrand her, just this poor, helpless, defensive woman that Jeffrey Epstein took advantage of, while the victims are saying that she was the mastermind. The victims are saying that. So what they're saying is we don't care about the victims. Then they showed a clip from Donald J. Trump. It was years ago, but he was making some speech, and he was asking about some young woman. He said he liked them 17 and 18 years old. They're beautiful. He said, just like it's some people's addiction or whatever, I'm paraphrasing now. But in other words, he said those young women were his addiction. And it was a young woman, honey, bony as this, called herself strutting out. But he gave her a little extra hold of her hand. You nasty, perverted, perverted. You always been nasty, and from a sexual molestation survivor, I know nasty when I said you gross, nasty old man. And that's what he was doing in full color in front of everybody, and nothing was being said. Nothing was being said. But yet again, these elitists are trying to whitewash us into not fighting back. Go to hell. Go to hell. From an angry black woman out of Tennessee, don't worry about cancel culture. Don't worry about getting it up out the mud. We got this, y'all. The have-nots will defeat these dirty, raggedy haves. You understand me? Stay woke. So you ain't got to get woke, because if you would have been woke, we wouldn't have this with Trump. Welcome to the Poor People's Revolution.